It is going to be a very big week for Shiba Inu and for all of your crypto coins, tokens that you own. We're going to cover that, and I'm going to tell you exactly what is coming this week, so that you know, so that you have the information and you can, take the appropriate steps if you need to make any changes. As always, thanks for your support. I greatly appreciate you, and let's get into this. Let me show you what I got for you. Okay, so right now, crypto market is down about 0.44%, and you got Bitcoin, Ethereum really flat, not doing anything. And pretty much that's the message across the board with all of the major cryptos. Cardano's down 1.5. Polygon looks like it's down the most at 2%. And Shib's right here in line with everything else. It's down about 0.83%. Volume down as well. So we were hitting volumes 4 or 5 days ago, about 145 million. And the volume really does show you, does send a message. It shows you that there's not a lot of activity now relatively, okay, in the major cryptos. In fact, you can probably, which I haven't even looked at this, but if you go look at, say, Bitcoin, you can see that there you go. The volume for Bitcoin's down, 16%. The volume for, I bet you Ethereum is down very similarly. Yeah, it's down 20%. So the volume is kind of telling the story now of not a lot of inertia, not a lot of movement, not going on. So let's take a look at what is coming and what is going to be happening this week. That's huge for Shiba Inu, since it is a top 15 crypto. So we have some what I call macro events coming. So what a macro event simply is, it's just an event that impacts all of crypto and impacts stocks as well in this scenario. All right, and so, yes, you need to be aware of these events for SHIB, because Shiba Inu being a top 15 crypto, it does move with Bitcoin and with Ethereum. By the way, on a side note, you can see right here, Bitcoin is 47% and Ethereum is 19% of the overall market. So you can see that combined, they are approximately 66%. So 66% of that number, 1.21 trillion, is Bitcoin and Ethereum combined. That's why I always say to you, follow Bitcoin, follow Ethereum. If you don't own them, you don't want to own them, which part of a diversified, good investing, plan strategy is to be diversified, is to own some Bitcoin, Ethereum, and so forth and so on. I've talked about that in a lot of videos. They're 66%. So that's why we need to be aware of these macro events that impact all of crypto. Okay, so here they are. Here's the macro events. We, of course, have the Federal Reserve interest rate decision coming on May 2nd and 3rd. Now, it's actually going to be on May 3rd, and that's when they actually make the announcement. Okay, so they start the meeting on May 2nd, but on May 3rd, which is Wednesday, that's when we're going to get the Federal Reserve announcement of what they're going to do. Now, the consensus is that we've got basically a 25 basis points raise coming. That's pretty much 90% plus the expected number that we're going to get. And by the way, that number is already really built into kind of the crypto market, meaning, again, just said very simply, everybody's expecting that number. So we might get some green after we get that decision. Okay, so that's that. Now, we also have a similar scenario playing out with the ECB, the European Central Bank. They are going to have their meeting on May 4th, okay? And they are looking at a potential interest rate increase as well. So across the pond, so to speak, depending upon what side of the proverbial pond you're on, we could see something going on with that. So if we get any surprises out of the ECB, if they drastically raise the interest rate or something like that, we'll see. Okay. Now we are getting the non-farm payroll. Okay. And we are getting the U.S. employment rate. So these are your combined labor market reports, and they're the first monthly indicator we get into kind of State of the Union here in the States as it relates to inflation. We get the labor report, then a couple weeks later we get the CPI, the Consumer Price Index report, and then at the end of the month we get the PCE report. I realize that that's a lot of acronyms. Okay, so with that said, going to be a big week for SHIB. I'll keep an eye on it for you, and we'll see how it impacts everything. Thanks. Have a good one. I'll see you.